Hi, I'm Julie from My Square Hat, and I'd like to show you how I crochet the top of a tassel. I use this on my Cullinan Collection. So using the color for the top, make a magic ring and pull that loop through. I'm using a 4mm hook. Simply chain one, that's part of your magic ring. Now we're going to single crochet into that ring. One, so insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through two. I do 8 single crochets in the magic ring, and then I close that end tail to close up the magic ring, but not completely. Now in the second round, I'm going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. That's 1 single crochet, make another, and then we do 2 single crochets in each stitch around. That gives us 16 single crochets. If you struggle to find your stitches, simply place a marker in that first single crochet. At the end of this round, we are just working in a spiral, not joining. Pull that even tighter. Now we are going to simply single crochet in each stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both. Single crochet in each stitch all the way around. That's 16 single crochets. At this stage you can fold your little circle to form a dome to see if you want to do another round. I decided to do an extra round. So I have my first round, my second round increase, and then 2 rounds of simply single crochet in each stitch. Now folding a double, I like that size. I'm going to do my last round. We're going to decrease. So insert your hook in the front loop of the first 2 stitches. Yarn over and pull through both. 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both. That is 1 decrease. So insert it in the 2 next front loops, pull that loop through and make your single crochet. Continue to do that decrease and we will have 8 decreases, 8 single crochet, 2 togethers by the end of this round. Now I'm simply going to cut a long piece of, I'm leaving a long tail to be able to do a wrap on the tassel. Thread that long tail on a needle. I'm just pulling it through to secure it. Now we're going to work around the edge. We will use this to tighten up this top dome. Go in and out through the stitches and just thread your yarn around in the next stitch and out on the next one. We have 8 stitches, so we'll be doing this 4 times and we'll be around. Last time. There we go. Now, depending on the length you want for your tassel, use a book, use your cell phone cover like I did, and wrap your yarn around that cover or book, anything you want for that length, just a little bit longer. Cut an extra piece of yarn and just thread it through. That we will use to make a knot to keep everything together and attach it to the top little dome we just created. It's good to make this a nice tight knot. If someone can hold it down for you, that would be great. If not, just do it around a cover like this. Tie it nice and tight. I make a simple double knot and leave those 2 ends. We'll use that to attach everything. Now just snipping the strands in half on the other end as the knot. The amount of wraps you do depends on the thickness you want your tassel to be. Now I want to go ahead and take that little dome I crocheted, insert my hook through that magic loop that we didn't close completely, and take those two ends and pull it through to the top. You'll see that I forgot to hold my other piece of end. There it is, that magic loop end. Just keep it towards the bottom and pull those two loops through. Now you can take that and close up that loop at the top. Simply tug on it a bit to neaten everything out. Take that piece of yarn that you worked through the single crochets on the dome, and we are going to pull it nice and tight. I keep it on the needle to be able to work it away. Pull that nice and snug, and I like to sometimes wrap it a few times around the tassel, just to add a little band. You don't have to, you can simply make a knot and work it away, or wrap it like I'm doing here. I like to keep this wrap nice and tight to keep everything neat. Once I'm satisfied with the amount of wraps, I will go ahead and work under those to make a knot. Making sure that everything is nicely knotted and tucked away so that nothing unravels. Now I'll take this end, work it into the little dome and out through the top, because then I have three strands that I can simply braid to make the little loop that I will hang my tassel from. Now, using those three strands, I will do a simple braid. It is nice to put something weighted on your tassel to keep it lying still to do the braid. That just makes things easier. Once you're happy with that little braid, you can go ahead and just make a knot at the end. I simply wrap it around my finger and make like a little slip knot that I tie all the way and pull that tight. It's nice to have a darning needle with a big eye on. At this stage, I thread all three pieces of yarn through that needle. And I'm going to go ahead and insert my hook through that same space where it comes out, the magic ring, towards the bottom center of the tassel. Just open that up and pull it through. I'm simply going to grab 2 or 3 strands of yarn, maybe even one, from the center of my tassel once I'm happy with that loop at the top. And knot it together. it's completely hidden in the middle of the tassels, so it won't be visible. Make sure to make a nice tight knot here. You don't want that loop at the top to stretch out, and it tends to do that very easily. Now for the final step, just make sure all your strands of yarn are nice and neat. You can even comb out your tassel at this stage and cut it to the length that you prefer. There you have it, a tassel with a special touch. If you'd like to purchase any of the patterns in my shop, please follow the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching.